Good day, Minecraftians. Purplementat here, bringing you episode 38 of my Agrarian Skies Hardcore Quest Let's Play. This game pack by Jadedcat is available on the Feed the Beast launcher. Last time, I built myself some really bitchin' bound armor. This time, I'm going to show you some automated alchemy so I can get ready for summoning demons, and if we have time, I'll summon my first. But for that, it is time to complete another quest. I want to finish up the Surf and Turf quest, which requires 1,000 leafy fish sandwiches. Well, I have enough fish, and I have enough lettuce, and I have enough everything. So I'm going to make leafy fish sandwiches, and I'm going to tell it to move or craft, and then I'm going to set the quest book to Surf and Turf. Simple as that. And now if I come take a look at my crafting monitor, it is working away, creating me lots and lots of leafy fish sandwiches. Fantastic. Also, I have enough gelid cryothium to finish colder than a ... Dump that in there. And there we go. So I can at least collect one quest right now. Gelid cryothium gets me a full heart and a blizz spawn egg, plus a reward bag. Heart brings me to 67 lives. That blizz spawn egg we're going to just tuck away for the time being. I don't see myself needing a huge amount more cryothium, so it's not super worth it. And then the greater reward bag was 3 diamond hammers with fortune 3. That would have been awesome. Like 20 episodes ago. Now it's just kind of cool. Alright, let's go check out automated alchemy. So you've seen how standard alchemy works, where you put down your alchemic chemistry set, you load some ingredients in, and you fire it up with a blood orb. Well, automated alchemy works in a very similar manner. You're going to need some ritual stones. Speaking of which, I need a master ritual stone, which, if I remember correctly, is a fairly simple procedure. Just some obsidian, ritual stone, and the magician's blood orb. 1 master ritual stone. And the ritual that allows you to automate alchemy is called the, appropriately enough, Ballad of Alchemy. Pretty simple construction. Just 16 ritual stones. Once you have it constructed, you need to put down an alchemic chemistry set, a couple of forms of inventory, and a blood altar in this configuration. The blood altar must go on top. The alchemic chemistry set, it doesn't matter what side you put this on, but the output inventory, where your finished products will go, has to go on the opposite side of the alchemic chemistry set. And then you can set an input inventory here and or here. I'm just going to stick one right here for now. I do need to activate the ritual. Let me go shut off the villager spawner for the time being. It is being a little annoying. Not 100% certain I got that active. But that's why you leave the blood altar off until you're certain. There we go. Now, let's say, for example, that I want to make a simple catalyst, because these are one of the best things to mass produce. Simple catalyst, as you remember, is 2 redstone, gunpowder, glowstone, sugar in your alchemic chemistry set. Takes 200 LP. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my input chest, which is to one of the sides, and I'm going to put in sugar, redstone, gunpowder, glowstone, and more redstone. And then I'm going to just toss this simple catalyst into the blood altar up top here. And you can see that it automatically propagates the alchemic chemistry set with the materials that were in that first inventory. And if you had a blood orb in your alchemic chemistry set, it would immediately begin processing. As they are finished, they are grabbed out of the middle of the alchemic chemistry set and tossed into this chest. Now, that's awesome, because now it'll just produce these simple catalysts, as long as it has power, meaning there's enough blood in the system, as long as that is there in that blood altar, meaning I can shut it off fairly easily, you can also disable it temporarily with a redstone signal. If I toss a lever on this Master Ritual Stone, turn it on, you'll note that it will stop pulling the items out of the alchemic chemistry set. And if I were to remove the redstone, put it back in the chest, it will not refill the alchemic chemistry set. As soon as I turn off the lever, it starts grabbing those items and it refills the alchemic chemistry set. It's even smart enough to split the redstone evenly between the two slots that it belongs in. So it's a really, really cool ritual, but it makes it a little bit hard to craft on demand, because as great as it is to be able to toss your target in here and have it automatically, oh, this is the recipe, let me sort everything else out for you. How do I change this item out easily and reliably with my AE system to automatically craft? There's methods that you can set up, but they're messy and they involve a lot of redstone timing sort of things, which are just very susceptible to lag. So I prefer to set it up so that I will just have a fairly passive income. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Let me just grab a little bit of stuff. In between episodes, I built myself a downstairs to the magic temple. You may have noticed the black stone on the way over. You may not have. Downstairs, I have a number of these Ballad of Alchemy rituals set up, and they're all wired into the AE network. Let me show you what's going to happen here. This is going to be where I make my simple catalyst, because I'm never not going to need simple catalyst. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the ME interface on the side here to keep an entire stack of sugar. You know what? This will be easier if I grab stuff. So I'm going to tell my ME interface to keep 1 stack of gunpowder, 1 stack of sugar, 1 stack of glowstone, and 2 stacks of redstone available at all times for export. Then, do not have a simple catalyst on hand. All I need to do is grab 1 simple catalyst. I'm going to grab all of the ones that I have so that it does not overproduce. And I'm going to toss my extra dusts back into the ME network, which I have been informed stands for mass energy and not whatever I told you before. So, yay knowledge. There we go. Plenty of simple catalysts. I do need to activate these down here yet, but that's a simple process. So I put the simple catalyst up top, and it starts automatically grabbing resources from the ME interface, which automatically refills itself. And this is going to output into this hopper. Now, I don't have the hopper pointing at anything. It is actually disabled so that it will not attempt to output anywhere. But why am I using a hopper? Well, because hopper is a 5-slot inventory. It can only hold a maximum of 320 items. So it ends up being a natural break on the process. I don't need to set up a level emitter system to slow the thing down. I just can let it produce 5 stacks, and then it'll run out of room and it'll stop producing once there's another stack in here. And I can just leave it alone. Now, how are the items going to come out of the hopper so that I can get access to them? I have a storage bus on the side of the hopper set to extract only. So if I take a look at my ME system, I can see that I have plenty of simple catalysts just waiting there for me. I'm going to do this for each one of the basic alchemical reagents, and I'm going to go through all of them with you one more time just in case you forget them. Then we'll be able to get into some demon summoning. So In this altar, we will be creating Sanctus. To make Sanctus, I need glowstone, simple catalyst glass, and gold nugget. I don't believe my system knows how to craft gold nuggets. It does not. But I can teach it how. Be right back. I am back. Taught my system how to make gold nuggets. You always have to craft one manually. However, you can use the alchemic chemistry set that's attached to the ritual just by tossing things in there. For example, if I toss a couple of redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, and sugar in, it will start processing and it will create a simple catalyst. So, no problem. Easy peasy. Going to toss my extra simple back into there. And I'm going to come over to here. I'm going to tell this guy to always make available 1 stack of glass, 2 stacks of glowstone, and 1 stack of gold nuggets, as well as a stack of simple catalyst. Simple as that. Now all I need to do is put the Sanctus up top. And whack the Master Ritual Stone. Yeah, that helps. One moment, I don't know why this glass isn't getting moved. So that's a bit of a depressing bug. So this must be an issue with blood magic specifically. Sanctus is not crafting properly with the ritual, because when I turn the lever on, it drains out all of the glass. It's attempting to craft, and it made a couple of Sanctus just fine when I had the ritual turned off. So I guess I'll have to do my Sanctus mostly manually, and to do so means that I can actually remove, well, I can leave the glass exporting there, and I can come back for it. I don't believe any of the others require glass, which that'll help. Next along the chain, we have Terrai, I'm not sure. Orbis? Oh, the upgraded, right. So, this is made with dirt, obsidian, and sand, for the most part. Dirt, sand, obsidian. That's right. Interface is on the other side. It's a little odd. And once again, uses simple catalyst. Every single one of these reagents that I'm creating uses the simple catalyst, which is why I'm making so many of them. In fact, I could probably set up an entire another section just for making more simple catalyst. There we go. It wanted to reorder things to do it its own way. And as you can see, I'm already running dry on simple catalyst. So I'm going to let things process for a while, get more simple catalyst, set up the next few recipes, and then I'll show you all of the others that I have set up. Alright folks, here we go. Got a couple more set up. So I have my Sanctus set up over here, or my simple catalyst. I have my Sanctus set up right here. It's less than great because I have to, do things manually, and that's a little old-fashioned. So I'm going to see if I can find a better solution for that some other time. It's not super important right now. A stack of Sanctus will do me for a long time. I have my Terrai, I have no idea how they want me to pronounce that, set up over here. It's working its way through. Over here, I set up a second simple catalyst because even with two of them going, at the moment I'm using them as fast as I can produce them, and then some. Up top of here, I have Tenebrae, kind of a darkness aspect, uses 2 coal, 1 obsidian, 1 clay. As you can see right there. I'm going to steal some of these simple catalysts because I need more. And it seems to be filling this guy up before some of the others. There we go. Over here, on the bottom, I have Aqua Salis, which is one of the reasons I was so happy about this automated alchemy. Because 3 water bottles, that's a pain because they don't stack. I'll show you how I set my system up to automatically do water bottles in a moment. Then right above the Aqua Salis, I have Incendium, which is also a pain because it uses one of a lava bucket. Here's the reagents for Incendium, and here for Aqua Salis. And if I go check I can search for alchemy, and there's Incendium, Sanctus, Terrai, Aqua Salis, and Tenebrae. The only elemental that I do not have the reagents for at the moment is air with Aether, because this guy requires gas tiers. So I'm going to leave that off for now. I will not be summoning demons that require Aether until I can build myself a ghast farm, and that is beyond the scope of this episode. Now you'll notice that I have 1, 2, 3 more rituals with blood altars set up down here. One of them's for Aether, and one of them is, the other 2 are to set up the filling agents, so that I don't have to worry about creating those manually. However, I currently have something like 59. Yeah, I don't need to worry about my flask running out anytime soon, which is nice. And I'm going to leave this one set up here because why not? Now, processing all of these is taking a lot of life essence. In fact, I'm getting dangerously low. I am down to 300,000 out of 1 million. So I need to get this villager farm running again. And I need to spend a little bit of time to find out if the Well of Suffering up here can keep up with the speed that I'm spending LP. Because it's going pretty quick. No. I do seem to be kind of stabilizing as more villagers spawn. So I think I'll be okay. And that thing downstairs won't be using tons of LP forever. It'll only do so at first as it gets the first 5 stacks of everything set up. I'm burning a lot of extra life essence at the moment. Alright, grab my flight flask back. And let's take a trip over to where I have... Let's not run into a wall. Here we go. So this is how I'm filling my lava buckets and water barrels. I have an autonomous activator set to only use the first slot for buckets. And it is set to only run when the redstone is enabled. I'm actually going to take most of the buckets out of there. There we go. The export bus on top is set to only when redstone is enabled and to only move 1 single bucket at a time. The import bus is set to only import lava buckets, and that one actually doesn't need to be set to redstone active. That can be always active. It will empty out lava buckets anytime there are any in there. That'll work out just fine. The this one over here, pointed at my water drum, is set up to do the same thing with glass bottles full of water. And unfortunately, they seem to be slowly filling. So I'm going to see if there isn't a better way to handle this. But that'll come another time. It's good enough for the moment to get everything made. The only problem I'm going to run into is if I run out of room. So a little bit of maintenance required at the moment. I will solve that problem some other time. Also, to provide the ink stacks, I altered my squid pool significantly. I have crushed it down to almost no room. I've accidentally spawned a zombie in there, which is just cute. Oh hey, I had my bound blade active. That might have been part of why I was draining so much power. It's going up steadily now. And inside, there are squids and a rancher. The rancher will kind of extract ink sacs from living squids without killing them. It's best not to think about it too much because that's kind of gross, kind of creepy. So, only thing that's left is to start summoning some demons. And the demon that you need to summon to be able to get the demon blood shard is an elemental. Elementals, though, are pretty tough. So you might want to summon a lesser demon and bind it to your will before that. Oh, I've got guys spawning down below, don't I? I do. I'll get this lit up off camera. It's kind of fun stabbing things, though, because I'm pretty invulnerable at this point. At least to zombies. So yeah, I'm going to get a summoning platform set up, and I'm going to set up all of the ritual components and everything, and then I'll cut back in and I'll show you what I'm doing with it all. Be right back. Okay, to make myself ready for demon summoning, I need to get the appropriate area to summon demons. And to do so, I need to make the arcane plinth and the arcane pedestal. Pedestal is made with a weak blood shard and 6 obsidian, none of which I have in the altar. In the system. And I'm going to need 7 of them to start off. More can be useful later. And then the plinth is made with 6 blocks of iron, which I do not have. But that's an easy fix. Whoops, now I have lots of blocks of iron. That's okay. I can clean that up off screen if I feel the desire. There we are. And I'm going to take those out back here, where I've set up a bit of an area to fight the demons. Not quite sure where that angry zombie came from. Everything shows is lit up. Oh, you know what? I know what's going on. I don't actually have a light on top of these runes. So, up here is spawnable area. But I can fix that. You may have noticed this episode that I no longer have torches anywhere. I am using nothing but glowstone illuminators. This is because torches produce a lot of particle effects, and I thought that illuminators would improve my FPS. They seem to have had some effect. I'm not certain if it's enough. Okay, so the arcane plinth goes in the center. Can I still? Yes, I can just target the master ritual stone still, which is important. This here, all of these earth runes, is the ritual of containment, and it will make basically a force cage around whatever is inside of it, which should help me out. Let's see, consult Z diagram. Okay. And then if I go 2 away on both sides, and then surround like this, I should have the proper summoning construct. Now, to summon, all I need to do is place a blood orb in the center. However, at a minimum, it needs to be a master's blood orb, and that's for the lesser demons. There are a level of demon that I'm not even capable of summoning just yet. Oh, you know what's going on? This ritual is getting in the way. That's okay. Once again, easy fix. Just toss down another illuminator temporarily. We'll give it right there. There we go. So, I don't know why I even ran in there. To get the right materials, that's why I've been building this alchemy. One of the things you can summon is pretty cheap. A couple of terai and some clay. Oh, that's right. I needed the Master Blood Orb. I got distracted by lack of light level. Now, you're going to want to make sure your armor is not inhibited for this, so that any combat-related bonuses on it you can get. Wow. This ritual really did a number on the lighting in this room. No wonder I'm having monster spawns. What am I looking for? That. Sorry, a little disorganized at the moment. Really want to summon this demon. Have a fight. So I'm going to stick the Master Blood Orb in the center. And it's just a terai on each of the pedestals and one clay. Gonna get my bound blade ready. Check him out. Yep, that was one of the little ones. He's easy. That gives me the demon crystal, which I can use to summon that same demon again. That didn't even hurt my essence pool at all. So if I use that demon crystal, puts him right down. And he'll ignore me. He is currently kind of passive. Entity name's a little messed up in Wayla, but yeah, as you can see, tiny earth golem. But this guy, he is not my friend right now. If I want him to be my friend, which I can make happen, I need to give him at least a weak blood orb. Do not run off the platform. You stupid... Maybe he lived? He did not. That's okay. I didn't lose anything. So, yeah. If I wanted to make that guy my follower, I would need to give him a weak blood orb. And then he would become a pet, much like a wolf, and he would fight for me. Let's check out some of the other demons that I can acquire for my army. So, lacking a source of gas tiers for the moment, so I cannot mass produce a other, means that my current options are two others. I can use one tenebrae, one terai, one iron ingot, one gold nugget, and 2 cobblestone. Summoning rituals are so incredibly cool. Having it inside of a containment ritual like that, generally a good plan. And there we go. That guy walked right through my containment ritual. He's pretty big and bad. But he was no match for my bound armor and bound blade. Not to mention my elemental affinity sigil and sigil of haste. There are nastier enemies that will give me trouble even through those. So, Lower Guardian. He might be worth having around for when I fight one of the nastier guys. But at the moment, I want his demon crystal back. He will always drop the demon crystal when killed. The next one is summoned with 2 stakes, 1 terai, 1 tenebrae, 1 bone, and 1 sanctus. I have my fire resistant and everything going on, which is why I'm covered in somewhat annoying particle effects. Check him out. Yep. You want some of this? Oh, he sounds like a doggy. He's got a lot of hit points. That is the Boulder Fist. That one seems like it's going to be worth making a couple of. 50 HP. And he just kind of walks into me and smacks me. Doesn't seem to have much in the way of special abilities. A little bit of a leap there. No problem. So there you have it. That's the basics of demon summoning. There are a couple of other demons that I will summon up at another time. I'm going to work on getting some ghasts set up, and there's one other recipe that I need to set up to be able to summon one elemental, or not elemental, one demon that I don't have. However, let me show you why I want these guys as my friends. That shouldn't take too long. I just need to make myself a couple of weak blood orbs to hand over to them for their temporary assistance. If I remember correctly, is just a diamond. Yep. Takes almost nothing to get these guys on my team for a little bit. Because I have almost 2,000 diamonds, so what's one? Alright. In the interest of not having all of my things on me when I undertake a very dangerous... Because I'm going to fight him, one of these elementals the normal way, the proper way, the intended way this time. And then after this I'm going to cheat. There we are. So what am I going to need? Let's the elemental. All of the elementals are summoned in the same way. You take the alchemy reagent of their element, be it shade, holy, earth, water, fire, or a other for air, and you put 6 of them in the summoning area. Now the problem with the elementals, there, he is now mine. So is he. And that actually buffed them up a bit. I wonder if I give them a stronger blood orb, if it would make them stronger. It's a possibility. We're getting into the realm of this mod that I don't know very well. So the problem with the elementals, besides the fact that they all fly, speaking of which, I've got 5 minutes of flight, that'll be enough. They also can reflect damage back on me, which will kill me with this bound blade, even with the bound armor. And they can inhibit my armor, so I lose all of my special abilities temporarily. Let's see what this Earth Elemental has to offer. And hey, if I die horribly, everything on me, easily replaceable with the kind of resources I have. That was not an Earth Elemental. That looks like a Fire Elemental. Or maybe it's just an on-fire Elemental. Certainly does a lot of moving around, doesn't it? Doesn't seem too bad. Hang on. Gonna turn everything off. Oh, that was a mistake. I accidentally clicked that back to far. I don't need to see far right now. I just need you to be able to see this guy. And I need to be able to see this guy, more importantly. Alright, where are you at, buddy? Almost got him. Ow. So he will, unfortunately having particles off, I have no way of knowing when he is doing hit. Wow, and being on this render distance, I lost him. Did he run away? Hang on. Where'd you go, buddy? I think he did. I think he ran. Well, these demons were definitely no help against a flying elemental, were they? And I certainly didn't get a demon blood shard out of it, which was the whole point. So, next time, I'll show you how to create a little room to fight your elementals in, and do so successfully. And I will also show you potentially a better way of dealing with them than trying to fly around and smack them by hand. Because if you're as good at combat in this game as I am, or you have the kind of FPS issues that I'm having, that's not really a great option. Oh, where did my divination go? However, with this kind of LP income, it's hard even for an elemental to take me down. So that's going to be all the time we have for today. We've gone over automated alchemy, summoning of demons, how to summon an elemental. Next time, how to kill an elemental. I'm going to set up a couple of more mob traps to generate gas tiers and another important resource. And I'm going to show you how to use that elemental kill room for something else that's going to be very important for blood magic. Between now and episode 40, I am going to be doing a special bonus episode because I have gained a ridiculous amount of subscribers in a short time and I want to do a special episode. At the moment, it's starting to look like it's going to be... maybe it'll end up being an extra episode of the series. Maybe it'll end up being the first of a quick start Agrarian Skies. I'm not certain yet. We'll see. There's a couple of options, but there will be an extra episode at some point this week to celebrate 2,000 subscribers, because I'm almost there. Thank you very much for joining me. If you are enjoying the series so far, please get my name out there. Throw me up on social media. Tell your friends. With a whole influx of new people, that means a chance for the bubble to grow, because growth of things like this is exponential when you look at word of mouth. It's been a great ride so far, and I'm really hoping to continue it with you folks. See you next time.